Springfield, Washington. I don't know. It's the way everybody in Family Guy got complete colors, the way they supposed to look, and then everybody from Springfield, orange, yellow looking.
This seems like a one-shot deal. Guys, we ain't here for fun, all right? We're here to find the police, report our stolen car. Oh, and don't drink the water. Everybody around here looks like they have hepatitis. Dad, I'm starving.
Hey, Micah.
Lois, whip out your food. Give the boy his lunch.
Hey, guys. I'm sorry I'm late. I had to catch Bam. Let him go to the bathroom, and his ass shot around the corner, so we was out looking for him.
Excuse me. Hello.
Yes, you made it again. Hey, everybody. I'm sorry. It was because of Bam. Bam had us running the fucking neighborhood looking for him. I can't with you, Danielle. Hey, Eva.
You guys seriously never heard of donuts? These are made fresh every day.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Dominique. Hey, Teresa. Cassie. Sorry I'm late. Oh my goodness, Barbara. You so silly. So I just broke my ankle running to the notification. I don't know who he ran off with. I just know his ass was gone. And we had to hit the neighborhood and search for his ass. When we found him, he was walking the streets in another neighborhood looking dehydrated. So I'm pretty sure he went to go bust down somewhere and didn't tell us nothing about it. So he in trouble. He ain't allowed to leave the neighborhood no more.
He stole the donut.
He stole the donuts. Alrighty, guys. I'm so sorry for this story time being late. It's all Bam's fault. So is everybody doing good? Everybody ready? Got your drinks and stuff? Everything? Chips, popcorn, all that good shit? Giving everybody a chance to get in, guys. Oh. Yeah, Betsy's ass ready to go out the door again. So are you guys ready for story time? Let me see. Let me see. Not hurricane. I had to go be on pause right now. Don't do that. Don't do that, y'all. If a hurricane is in your neighborhood, you need to know where that shit gonna touch down so your ass can be in the opposite direction. Uh, yes, now I'm trying to get you on my TV. Give me 2 minutes, okay? I'll give you 2 minutes. So I'm giving everybody time to get in, get everything they need before I start this story time. If you can hear me and everything, you're ready pretty much like the live. You know how it goes. What time is it? 9:22. Okay, so I'm gonna start the story time at 9:25, so they give you guys time to use the bathroom and everything you need to do before we start. Okay. Mm. So yes, just give you guys time to get in and get everything together. Um, so I reached out to um, the Ghost Brothers. I reached out to them because they got a new project coming up, and I wanted them to pull the Lake Lanier fam in on it. So I reached out to them, and I'm waiting to hear back. So we shall see. Okay. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. I had to pause the Walking Dead. Oh, no work today. Okay, Ashley. Okay, you put Adonis to sleep. Okay, that's what's up. Uh, so this is the end result of my hair. It's some twist, just something the heat protective style. So this is how it came out. I don't like the color. I'm more of a burgundy, but whatever. Put my scarf back on, y'all. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, you guys ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Let me see those thumbs up. I'm not gonna start until I see the thumbs up. Thank you. Oh, you had work at 6 to 10. Oh, that's what's up. Those some nice hours. Thank you, Amber. Need to hear about these mermaids out in Haiti. Okay, we can talk about those. Quan, I see you in the building. Jamaica Hill, Samantha. Are we still popping fireworks in Georgia? I didn't know they was. Hey, Jatasha. I didn't know they was still popping fireworks. Shit, I didn't know. All right, you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and start this story time. Pause my Ghost Brothers. Okay. Why can't I see nobody response but my own? I don't know. You should be able to see everybody response. Okay. Yes, you made it to a live, Jaquita. Thank you for showing up. All right, guys. Here we go. So this story time tonight, of course, is gonna take Henry County. Okay, what's that? Henry County in the building. That's what's up. This story tonight is gonna take place at Lake Lanier again. I'm working on another story time. One of your family members reached out, said she had a story time from Central Park, so I'm working on that right now. Yes, you made it to a live. But the story time for the night gonna take place at Lake Lanier. Y'all know how that shit is. So we're gonna call the person that Paul, my son, be good with y'all stuff. Paul, my son, make a motherfucker want to fight. You might want to not hit it too hard. I don't want you whooping nobody's ass in the process of story time. So, all right, here we go. So the story time that we're doing tonight gonna take place at Lake Lanier. The young lady that told me this story, we're gonna call her Kelly. This is Kelly's story. Kelly and some girlfriends were deciding to do like a girls trip. So they can everybody hear me? Okay. I just want to be sure because of the way I got my phone sitting there, my microphone covered. You guys can hear me? Okay. Can't see in the chat. Nothing. Okay. Okay. So yes, they decided to do a girls trip, and the girl trip was a cabin at Lake Lanier. Okay. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Okay, so this girl trip, they rented a cabin at Lake Lanier. Decided they was gonna spend a whole little girls' weekend out in that area. You know, spa, all the little girl shit that women normally do on their girls trip. So when the trip first got started, it took place like on a Friday. They supposed to be staying the whole weekend. Okay, so on Friday, friends flew from out of town. Kelly, she's from here, but the stories that she's heard of Lake Lanier is the basic stories that you hear from Lake Lanier. It's on top of it's a man-made lake, and that it's on top of a town. That's all anybody really knows about Lake Lanier. They don't know the depth and the history and FBA got us, babe. I ain't even really got into it yet, so you made good timing. Um, yeah, a lot of people don't really know the history behind Lake Lanier, so all she really knew was, it's a man-made lake and it was put on top of a town. That's the most she knew. So, these homegirls are flying from out of town. They from all over, and they all coming down here for their girls' weekend. So Kelly booked the cabin and, pretty much set everything up since she's, living in Atlanta. She's from here. So she went on and booked everything and had everything set up. So her homegirl started to come in around 6 p.m. Flight started landing. It was a total of 6 girls. I'm not gonna make up names for the other 5 girls. It's 6 of them, okay? But okay, yeah. So it's Kelly and her friends. She picks them up from the airport. They all go out to eat, and then they go back to the cabin. Now this is everybody's first time seeing the cabin, so they can't wait. They so excited. When they get there, Kelly said it seemed kind of shady because I guess another group of people had rented a cabin, so they were like hanging out really loud, smoking weed, drinking and stuff. And she was just like, that wasn't her forte. A bunch of dudes, random dudes, just walking around, also walking around in front of their cabin and shit. So she was like, the scene just felt kind of awkward to her. She didn't want to get out the car because all these dudes was just walking around and they didn't know, and there's 6 women, finna go into this cabin. So she was like, she was like, she didn't feel okay about it when she first seen it, but they pulled in and they got their stuff out and they went on into the cabin. The people that they were worried about, offered to help with their bags and stuff, and they were like, no, we're fine, we're good, we got this. You guys gone back over to your side of the cabin and we'll stay over here. So they all unload their stuff, go in, everybody pick out their rooms. They decided they was gonna have like a movie night that night, so everybody get their stuff together and they're all sitting in the living room. They decide to watch a horror movie, and she said they watched what's the name of that movie? Oh, fuck. The Conjuring. She said they watched The Conjuring. And of course, 2 of her homegirls didn't really like horror movies, but that was the movie choice. They got outvoted basically. So they sat down and they watched this movie together. So they had popcorn popped, everybody sitting down in their pajamas chilling. We watching the movie. So the movie gets crunk. First 15, 20 minutes of the movie and shit going down. And and Kelly says she hears somebody knock at the door. So they pause the movie because they hear somebody knock at the door. Kelly gets up, she goes to the door, she looks out the window, she don't see anybody on the front porch. So she comes back to the living room and she's like, maybe, it was knocking from somewhere else. There's nobody at the door. So she sits back down, they start the movie back up, and while they're watching the movie, the knocking happens again. So they pause the movie and everybody is sitting there quiet, listening, trying to see if the knock is about to happen again. And nothing happens. So Kelly like, we must be fucking tripping. We done had too much wine tonight, y'all. I don't think we need to keep watching this movie because we are all tripping in here. And they like, no, 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 we're gonna watch the movie. This is our time. Okay, cool. So they sit down, finish watching the movie, put the movie back on, and the knocking happens again. So at this point, Kelly's getting frustrated and irritated. She's like, where the fuck is the knocking coming from? And they pause the movie again, and everybody sit quiet to see if they hear any knocking. And they don't hear nothing. So one of Kelly's friends was like, fuck this, I gotta pee. Y'all bitches can keep sitting in here listening for everything. I gotta use the bathroom. So she goes on to the bathroom and Kelly and them and they're talking about like, why the fuck do we keep hearing this knock? Do you think it's the people that's in that other cabin playing at the fucking door? Like, that's some real childish shit if that's what they doing. That's why we grown ass people, but yet they're playing, knock zoom on the fucking door. Like, that'll be real childish. So while they're discussing this, Kelly's homegirl in the bathroom screams. So everybody jumps up and they run over like, what the hell? Hey baby, have you stalled? And they jumps up and they like, what the hell is going on? Like, they knocking on the door like, are you okay? And she opened the door and she's like, somebody was in the window. And they're like, what the fuck? She was like, somebody was in the window looking at me while I was using the bathroom. So Kelly was like, what? Are you serious? She like, I'm serious. She like, look at my hands. I'm shaking. She like, I was using the bathroom. I wiped. I turned around the flush. And this motherfucker was in the window watching me. So Kelly gets mad. She like, oh, these motherfuckers trying it. So I'm finna have to go over here to this house and show my ass and let them know we ain't about that motherfucking life over here with all that peeping Tom bullshit. So Kelly gets mad. And Kelly is storming down the steps before she realized, bitch, you on the second floor. How the fuck could somebody be in the window on the second floor? There's no balconies or... Bitch, they would have had to spider climb this goddamn cabin to get to the fucking bathroom window. So Kelly stops and she turns around to go back to the bathroom like, bitch, are you for real? Somebody was really at the window. She like, somebody was looking at me through the fucking window. And Kelly looks out the goddamn window like, bitch, there's no clearing. There's no balcony. We are on the second fucking floor. Like, who the fuck is, like, bitch, did Spider-Man climb the goddamn cabin and look at you? Like, you ain't all that to be looking at. Ain't nobody finna risk they fucking life climbing to the damn window to watch you piss. Like, it's not that serious. And her homegirl is like, I'm telling you it's what happened. But Kelly get pissed off. She like, girl, whatever. I ain't got time for this shit. Because clearly you are tripping. You just drunk. Your ass up here thinking you seeing people. Like, bitch, you probably seen your own reflection in the mirror and thought it was you. Or seen your own reflection in the window and thought it was you. So her friend like, no, I seen somebody up here. When Kelly says out loud, this bitch is on the second floor, it's like everybody's fear that was at 10 all of a sudden dropped back down to a 2. Like, yeah, that bitch is on the second floor. So could nobody have watched her piss? Like, this bitch is tripping. Like, she tripping. So they go back downstairs and they sitting down talking, laughing about old girl. Like, this bitch is banana. She is clearly upstairs. Like, bitch, pass the blunt. You up here tripping, pass the blunt. What the fuck is you smoking on upstairs? And she come downstairs like I'm telling y'all, it was somebody in the fucking window. Like, y'all can believe that shit if you want to, or you ain't got to, but I'm telling you what I saw. So at this point, now that friend is sitting, she's still in the living room with them, but she's sitting over to the side by herself because she got an attitude with everybody making a joke about her trying to be serious about this shit. So they start the movie back up. They starting to watch the movie. Her homegirl who was tripping at the about the bathroom screams again. Everybody like, what the fuck? They look over at her like, what is wrong with you? She like, somebody's looking through the window. Like, here this bitch go again, man. Like, why do we even invite her? Like, now she getting paranoid. What window? And she like, right there, it's somebody in the fucking window. And they like, girl, look, ain't nobody, we not finna do this with you. Look, you need to go upstairs and go to sleep or something, cause, and she like, bitch, I'm not lying. If you think I'm fucking lying, come see. So they all get up to go look out the goddamn window. She's sitting in front of her and they see nothing. They like, this bitch, okay, you know what you see? And she like, y'all didn't see that person? No, we wouldn't be asking your ass if we saw the person. Like, no, we didn't see no fucking body. Like, you know what, guys? We probably need to take this goddamn movie off because she is losing her shit. It's probably scaring her too much. We need to take it off. She's a baby, and we don't want to freak the baby out. So, of course, she get pissed off again. Like, fuck it. Play the stinking ass movie. I don't give a shit. Everybody laughing and making jokes about that shit. They start the movie back up. Knocking starts again. They ain't even acknowledge it that time. They just kept watching the movie. The knocking happens again, but it gets louder. And it didn't take no time for the second knock to come. Like the first knock was knock, knock, knock. And normally they would pause and listen and nothing would happen. But this time they just ignored that shit and kept watching the movie like, whatever. And knock, knock, knock harder. So at this point, they paused the movie like, bitch, I know I heard knocking at the fucking front door this time. And they all get up to go to the front door. Everybody looking out windows and shit. They see nobody. There's nobody. They open the door. There's nobody. Kelly said when they opened the door, she was sitting in the living room. When they opened the door, she looks back and she sees their hair blow. But it was hot. Like wind blew all their hair. But it was hot. So, they say ain't nobody out there. They go look. They don't see anybody. They come back in. They close the fucking door. Now they sitting around like, okay, we finna, you know what I'm saying? We finna go next door because I think these dudes are playing. They knocking on the fucking door. They playing too much. Will you walk next door with me? So Kelly and the girl who keeps seeing shit decides they're gonna go next door and let the people know they need to stop playing on their fucking door. So they go out and the other girls are like standing on the porch trying to like watch but not be nosy. You know what I'm saying? So they go over and the party is crunk as shit over at the folk house. And, they get through the party. They find out who throwing the party. And they're like, excuse me, can you let your guests know that we ain't a party, our fucking party. So they need to stop knocking on our door. And these people are drunk. They like, ain't nobody knocking on y'all fucking door. Who want to knock on y'all door? Do you see this party we having? It's beer, it's liquor, it's weed. What the fuck we gonna knock on y'all door for? Like, ain't nobody knocking on y'all fucking door. You know what I'm saying? So Kelly, she just like, you heard what the fuck I said. Let your guests know or we gonna have problems. And her little homegirl go on back to the cabin. She come through the cabin pissed off like they tried me, talking all this shit about ain't nobody knocking at the door. So as she come in and she's saying that the other girls are walking in behind her, listening to what she's saying, and the last girl closed the door and locks it and she turns around to go behind them and boom, 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 hard as shit on the door. Somebody hit the door hard as fuck. So her homegirl instantly turned around, unlocked the door, and snatched it open. And there's nobody there. So Kelly she runs out on the porch. She like, oh, these motherfuckers gonna keep playing. So her plan was, all right, I got something for that. Yeah, do what we finna do. So she tell her homegirl they want to play these goddamn games. They filled like the little pots and pans that was up under the sink. All them had like a little pot or pan, filled it up with some goddamn water, came out on the porch, turned the porch light off and everything, ducked around on the porch, closed the door back, you know what I'm saying? And they was gonna wait on whoever the fuck knocked on this door. So when they do it again, they gonna throw water all over these motherfuckers and they gonna know not to keep fucking playing with them. Right? Simple plan. So they're all sitting out on the porch in different spots, watching the front door, looking all out in the front to see who they see. And I've seen a couple dudes get kind of close to the house, but these dudes ain't come up on the porch or knock on the door. They just walked over, lit cigarettes, had a little conversation, then walked back over to the party. So they like, okay, how long the fuck we gonna be sitting out here like, the fuck is going on? So as they're sitting there, they hear someone come up the steps. So instantly, everybody look over to the steps to see who the fuck this is. They don't see nobody, but they hear the footsteps coming up the steps towards the front door. So they are all looking, and then when you feel this motherfucker get to the top step, you can feel the vibration of his feet slamming down on that top step where everybody else is at. And they all jump up and they all throw water. And water just hit the fucking floor. They like, didn't you hear somebody come up the fucking step? I heard somebody come up the fucking step. Yeet. The fuck is going on? So they looking at the water, they looking around like, what the fuck? I know we saw somebody we heard somebody come up these fucking steps. Did you see who came up the steps? Like, I ain't see nobody, but I heard the fucking footsteps. Did you see who came up the fucking steps? I didn't see nobody, but I heard them I heard the footsteps. So they all get up, they looking around, they don't see nobody out there. They figure the motherfucker that came up the steps had to be the Flash. He had to be fast as shit. He had to get to the top of those steps, missed all that water that they threw on him, and ran back down the goddamn step before anybody seen him. Okay. So they come back in because there's only one girl left in the house. She was supposed to, I guess, be the one to open the door when the motherfucker knocked to catch them. So it's one girl in the house. They come in the house all talking about like how the water just hit the floor. They ain't see nobody, you know what I'm saying, like on the fucking front porch. And all of a sudden they like, where the fuck is the old girl? The one girl that was in the house. Where the fuck she at? She's supposed to been downstairs opening the door when the motherfucker showed up. Like, because they want to ask her, like, did you hear? Because she's supposed to be at the door waiting on the motherfucker to knock so she can snatch the door open and catch him. You know what I'm saying? But she's not at the fucking door. So they walking around the house like, where the fuck is this bitch? They go in the upstairs bedroom and she's laying in the bed. And they like, did we call nap time? Is this bitch sleepy? Like, what the fuck just happened? Like, why is she up here asleep? And she's laying on her back and they're trying to wake her up, but she's not waking up. In the process of them trying to wake her up, the big knocks happen again. Boom, boom, boom. Downstairs. So Kelly run downstairs, mad as shit, snatch the door open, nobody's there. She comes out on the porch and she screams, if y'all keep playing on this motherfucking door, I'm gonna shoot somebody. That's what she said. She closed the door back. She come back in, she sit downstairs, she pissed off. Another one of her homegirls come downstairs, like, why the fuck are they playing? Like, I don't fucking know. All of a sudden, the lights go out. Every light in the house go out. So she like, these motherfuckers next door is pulling so much power that they done knocked our fucking power out. So she gets up, she goes upstairs to get her cell phone to call the number that they give you when you get your little cabins and shit go wrong. She goes upstairs to get her phone, and her bedroom is upstairs as well on the second floor. So she goes upstairs to get her phone. When she goes in her room, pick her phone up on a dresser, she sees somebody looking at her through her fucking window. And she screams and backs up. When she backs up, she closes her own bedroom door with her back when she backs up. So she turns around and she's trying to open the door back up, but the door is not opening. She is screaming. She is knocking on this fucking door. She looks back. The face is now coming through the glass. And that's a whole full body apparition standing in her motherfucking bedroom, coming towards her. She is screaming her fucking head off. She is trying to beat this door down. She says she grabbed the lamp and she hit the door with the lamp, like hit the doorknob, broke the doorknob off the goddamn door. She didn't give a fuck about how much it's gonna cost to fix that shit, because you know when it comes to stuff like that, doorknobs like $1 million. She didn't give a shit. Knocked the goddamn doorknob off and that shit pops open. She snatches the door. Her homegirls are all standing outside her damn door like, what the fuck is going on? And she swings the door open. She like, look. And everybody's looking. And they like, what the fuck are we looking for? What are we looking for? And she like, you don't see? And she looks and she don't see shit. She don't see shit. Homegirl still in the room laying down. She ain't woke up yet. And they are still trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. They're trying to calm Kelly down. Kelly like somebody was at her window. And while they're trying to calm her down, the knocks start. But this shit ain't just the front door. Now it's the front door, it's the back door, it's the side door, it's the front window, it's the kitchen window, it's the upstairs bathroom window, downstairs bathroom window, everybody bedroom window. The whole fucking house is being knocked on at one time. Loud as shit. They are all like screaming, trying to get this friend up so they can get the fuck up out of here. She's not fucking moving. Kelly said she ran into the room and like slapped the girl. Bow! She slapped the girl eyes open and all the knocking stopped in the fucking house. All at the same time. It just stops. And the girl is laying on her back with her eyes open. This bitch just say, did you just hit me? Nothing. She's just laying there on her fucking back. And they are like, come on, get the fuck up, we got to go. She ain't saying shit. She just laying there. All the other friends are like running around. We cannot stay here because I don't know what the fuck is going on, but we cannot stay here. So they gets up. They can't get the homegirl. Look, she's still laying on the fucking bed with her eye open. This bitch ain't blinked. Nothing. She just laying there. So Kelly decides to run out the house and go to the neighbor's party next door to see if they can help with her friend because her homegirl ain't getting the fuck up. Kelly runs out of the house, and as she gets to the other cabin, it's completely silent. No lights, no cars, no people. The cabin is completely silent. So Kelly thinks, okay, they don't cut the party. The party's over with. These folk must be in here laying down. Let me see if I can get some help. She runs over, knocks on the door. Nobody comes to the door. She beats on the door, and the door just opens up. So she goes in screaming, "Hey, hey, can somebody help me? Hey." This house is completely like clean. Like there's nothing in this house. She saw all this weed and beer and liquor when she went over there and asked them to shut the fuck up and stop knocking on the door. But when she get over there this time, it's like ain't nobody even been in the fucking cabin. So she backs up, runs back out, runs over to the house with her homegirl. No matter, she's like, there's nobody at this fucking cabin. And her friends are like, bitch, we just left from over there. It's 1,000 goddamn people over there. She's like, it's nobody at this fucking cabin. And they thinking she bullshitting, so all of them run out the damn house and run like into the street so they can see down there. And they don't see no lights on down there. They don't see no cars down there. They don't see no people wandering around down there. None of that shit. But as they look up at their cabin, they look at the room that their friend was laying there with her eyes open, and they see it. What it looks like is her body is levitating off the bed. They see her body floating in the fucking air from outside. They see a shadow of her ass in that room floating. Kelly thought she was losing her fucking mind. She asked her hunger. She like, please tell me y'all see that shit. And everybody looks up and they start to scream. So they all run back into the house to try to get her, but she's laying on the bed with her eyes still open. She ain't floating. She just laying on the bed with her fucking eyes still open. So Kelly's like, fuck this. I don't know what the hell is going on. She's like, we got to get the fuck out of here, y'all. Like, get y'all shit together. Let's go. All the girls run to their room to pack their shit up. Everybody door closes simultaneously, locking them in their rooms. Not together, separate. Kelly in her area, her friends in their area, doors closed simultaneously, locking all of them in their fucking room. Nobody's able to get out their fucking room. Like, they are all trying to get out of their fucking room. Kelly said she heard screams. People were beating. So she knew it wasn't just her just trying to get out of this fucking room. Everybody is screaming and hollering, trying to get the fuck out. They could not get out. I'm assuming the windows weren't working because she said they could not get out of these fucking rooms. They were crying. It was a whole lot. She said that she was locked in her room for 10 minutes. When she finally got out of her room, when she got when her door opened, all the other doors started to open. So she runs out in the hallway first, and then this door opened. This door, this door, this door. Until everybody's out in the hallway. And they like, let's go. Fuck the shit. Fuck all our clothes. Fuck everything. Let's go. They are about to run out the house before Kelly realized we left the bitch upstairs. We left the bitch upstairs, y'all. We gotta, like, can we just go? But Kelly's like, no, we gotta get her. So Kelly and them goes upstairs. They pull old girl out of bed. She still ain't moving. They pull her out of bed. They help her ass out of the house. They all jump in the car. Once they jump in the car and close the door, the lights start flashing in and like off and on in the cabin. They can see that shit from outside at the fucking car. Inside the car, they can see the lights flashing. Kelly said when she looked up, she seen people walking around inside the fucking cabin, and everybody that they brought with them were in the fucking car with her. So they are seeing people walk into different rooms in the bathroom. You just see these shadows of people walking around in the fucking cabin, and she just like mind blown. She huh? Then go get you something to drink, Ayana. Why you ain't ask your daddy? You walk right past him. Okay, so you could have just asked him. He was like right there. So go ahead and get you something to drink. Yes. So she sees these motherfuckers walking back and forth inside this goddamn cabin, and she know it ain't them. Everybody's in the car is accounted for. So she pulls the fuck out. She drives to the spot where she, purchased or rented the cabin, and she told the people what the fuck was going on. Her homegirl was basically in shock. So the people knew some shit was going on because everybody mascara was running. They all like they just jumped out of Carrie. Them bitches eyelashes are hanging on their faces like this. Fucking weaves, lace fronts all pulled back. These hold up at the war and back. That's how they looked when they came into this office. And this lady had no other choice but to believe them. She like, these bitches are shook right now. One of them ain't even talking. Everybody else just like they had just jumped out of a horror movie. Like, what is going on? So Kelly is telling, like Kelly and all the girls are trying to tell the lady at the same time. She just like, I can't understand everybody. Can y'all please just slow down one at a time? So Kelly tell her what happened to her. The other girl said what happened to them. So she calls on the radio for security. Tell security, I need you down here at the office. I need you guys to go up here to this cabin with me. Security come down. They getting their car. Security getting their little goddamn putt, their little golf cart. And they drive to the cabin. When they get to the cabin, the lights are completely off. They're not flashing anymore. It's just off. So the lady like, come on, Kelly and all them lock their door. They're like, bitch, bloop, 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 bloop. Nah, we good. You go in there. If your ass survived to come back out to tell us, then, we may go in there and get our shit, but right now we don't feel up to it. So the lady sent the security guard saying, she like, can y'all go in and check the house? They go in, turn the lights on with no fucking problem. Like, come right on, click, click. They walk in. Okay, see, it's a bunch of wine bottles. Okay. They was watching The Conjuring. Okay. Check the whole spot, come back. Whisper to the lady, they might be drunk. They was in there watching scary movies, so they might be drunk. So she goes over to Kelly and them. She was like, have you ladies been drinking tonight? And Kelly was like, yeah, we've been drinking tonight, but that don't mean shit about what's going on in the house. And the lady was like, could you guys have possibly been, so drunk that, you thought all this happened? And she like, no, you think all of us, bitch, would just see the same shit? We all drunk. So we just our master plan was to fly to Atlanta to get a fucking cabin in Lake Lanier to pretend all this shit happened to us. Yes, that was our master plan. You busted us. Like, bitch, we didn't come down here for this. Like, this is not what we here for. So the lady was like, okay. If you say, fine. So Kelly was like, we want a refund. Lady was like, unfortunately, I can't do any refunds. Kelly like, what the fuck you gonna do? Because we not going back in there. And her and the lady got into an argument about how there's nothing wrong with the cabin, but there is something wrong with the cabin. But bitch, when we got down here, all we found was a bunch of bottles from a bunch of drunk ass bitches. And y'all hollering about y'all saying. So the lady was refusing to give a refund. So Kelly was like, okay, fine, fuck it. We'll go to a hotel. But her homegirl, who was eyes open, who just ain't said shit the whole time, was like, no, we can stay here. She was like, they say ain't nothing wrong with it. They went inside and the lights and stuff are working. So I think we should just stay here. We can't get a refund. And that's more money going towards a hotel. And Kelly like, hell no. Nah. But her homegirls are like, she kind of right. We really did put a lot of money into this. And the lady ain't trying to give us our fucking money back. And I don't think we should just let that spook us. Maybe they're right. Maybe we were drinking. Maybe we were tripping. Like, everybody done jumped on this goddamn train all of a sudden. So Kelly was like, fine, lady, like, what y'all gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all gonna leave, let me go ahead and lock my shit up. So Kelly was like, no, we'll go ahead and stay. Everybody want to stay, we'll go ahead and stay. They go into the house. The lady and the security leave. They checked the doors and stuff before they left. Nothing, everything was locked up. They were fine. So they told Kelly and them, y'all cool to go on in the house. So Kelly's little friend, who, the bitch that was out of it, she walks into the house first and she's just walking real slow. Everybody's just like pushing past her. Like, maybe we was tripping, y'all. I ain't never got that drunk the way I thought I was seeing and hearing shit. They making jokes about this shit. Meanwhile, old girl is slowly coming into this fucking house. She doing everything slow. This bitch is slowly coming into the kitchen. She's touching on the shit. Like Kelly said, she was touching on shit as if she came to buy it. Like, she was rubbing on the pictures, noticing the details of shit. You know what I'm saying? When This was the bitch we had to stop from taking shots, and now all of a sudden she worked for Home and Gardens, and this bitch is looking at fucking, you know what I'm saying? This is beautiful architect. I love this. I love this cabin. You know what I'm saying? Like she on some crazy shit. But Kelly like, fuck it. You know, everybody else said the bitch is fine, the house is fine. She told her friend, she like, look, I know this is supposed to be a girl's trip, but at this point, I don't really feel comfortable staying here. So this is gonna be my last night with you guys. You know, if you guys want to hang out later on, you know, go to the bar or the club or something, just call and let me know. But I'm gonna be sleeping at home. You know what I'm saying? Until this shit is done because I'm not feeling this at all. And you know, everybody was like, you the one who picked the place. Why the fuck you got an attitude? You the one who chose this place. We didn't ask to come here. You brought us here. Da 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 da. They get into an argument and they screaming at each other like, but bitch, you the one who said you wanted to be near a fucking a beach and all this shit, and I tried to accommodate and da da da. And while they arguing, y'all, every window and door in the house opens up at the same time. Boom, loud as shit. Boom! Wind started whipping through the fucking house hard, blowing everything off the fucking tables, knocking over they wine bottles. That shit is breaking all over the floor. And everybody is like, what the fuck? Like, they're covering their faces, you know, because the wind is blowing so hard, hair whipping around in your fucking face. And they're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, guys, this shit is not, this is not what's supposed to happen. Like, this is one hell of an AC unit if this what the fuck is going on right now. So everybody like trying to figure out the fuck why the wind blowing so goddamn hard. And they look up and the bitch who's been laying there the whole fucking time with her eyes all open and not fucking blinking, like this bitch need to work for the clear eye people because her eyes didn't water and she didn't blink, the motherfucker didn't turn red, none of that shit. She just rises up while everybody else is fighting wind. This bitch stands up through the wind like it's nothing. And then this hoe began to levitate off the goddamn ground and Kelly was done. When the bitch started to levitate, everybody else was in awe, looking at this bitch like, oh my God, is she really doing this? Meanwhile, Kelly is doing 150 straight to the fucking front door. She just got to get the fuck on. These bitches ain't my friend. These bitches are not my friend. Clearly not my friend. They brought me back in here with this possessed ass girl. So Kelly is trying to get out the door. The girl who was floating on the motherfucking floor, this bitch will let out a scream so loud that everybody had to cover their ears. It broke their fucking wine glasses, all that shit. Everybody covering their ears. And when she finally let that goddamn scream out, that bitch dropped to the floor. And when she dropped to the floor, the fucking front door opened. Kelly grabbed the fucking front door, ran her ass straight out of the cabin, jumped into her car, crunk that motherfucker up, didn't even wait to see if the other girls was gonna come out behind her. Kelly got the fuck on. She didn't stop by the rental place. She didn't go back up there to tell them stupid motherfuckers nothing. Kelly got the fuck on and left all her friends at the cabin. She didn't give a shit. She left her clothes, left her suitcase. Kelly got her ass in the car and got the fuck on. Kelly said when she got halfway home, her friends were calling, you know, talking about, why did you leave us? You know, we don't know nothing about this state. We not from here. Why would you leave us? This is that, like, what kind of friend are you? And Kelly's like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on right now? Like, where are you bitches at this point? Like, because if y'all still in that whirlwind of bullshit, don't call me. I don't even want to transfer through my fucking phone. Don't call me. So the girl was like, you know, we got all our stuff and we managed to get out, and we got Sylvia that we gonna call possessed girl. We got Sylvia. She still looks a little funny, but we got her out and we're all like just parked in front of this, what is this place? A Waffle House? So Kelly was like, okay, so what are you guys gonna do? And she like, well, we not going back into that goddamn cabin because that is just not it. No, we're not going back there. Everybody's freaked the fuck out. You know, they're crying. What should we do? We're not from here. What should we do? So Kelly was like, you know, y'all can come on back to my house and we can put some pallets down and accommodate you motherfuckers as best I can. So everybody goes over to Kelly house, lay down, you know what I'm saying, get them a good night rest, except for Sylvia. Kelly said she had to keep watching Sylvia because Sylvia didn't sleep. Sylvia was up the whole night. She said she don't even think she seen Sylvia blink. Sylvia was just up the whole fucking night, not talking, not saying shit, just sitting in one spot. She don't even think Sylvia went to the bathroom that night, like at all. So she gets up that morning. Um, you got the code? She gets up that morning and they are the plan is to go back to the cabin to try to get a refund because that's some bullshit. Somebody knew something. You can't tell me that nobody knows shit. We need a refund. So the plan was to get up and go get the refund. They get up, they get dressed. Everybody gets in the car except for Sylvia. Where the fuck is Sylvia? So everybody getting up, they walking around. Sylvia, is she in the bathroom? The bitch doing her hair? Like, where's she at? Sylvia's not in the house. So they calling her phone. Her phone is ringing in the house. And they can't find her. So it's like, come on, guys. They get in the car and they are driving and they see Sylvia walking in her nightgown. Just walking. And it's like, the fuck? They blowing the horn and she just walking in her fucking nightgown. Like on a main street. Didn't give a shit about police and a decent exposure. None of that shit. She just walking. So they pull over and they like, Sylvia, what are you doing? And they shake her. She like, what the fuck are we doing out here? They like, bitch, what are you doing out here? Butt ass naked. You trying to go to jail in Atlanta? Like, bitch, you know what they say about Atlanta, bitch. You come for vacation, you leave on probation. We all know this shit. What the fuck are you doing? And she like, I don't know. Why am I out here? Like, Sylvia was thrown the fuck off. She knew nothing. They took Sylvia back, put Sylvia on some fucking clothes. She still saying she don't know how she got out there. Kelly don't understand how the bitch got out there because it's Kelly's house. But this girl managed to get out the house and lock the door behind herself even though she don't have a fucking key. All the doors and windows was locked when Kelly and them got up to get dressed. Sylvia ass managed to get through locked doors and lock them back behind her even though she ain't got a key to this goddamn house at all. So the last thing they thought was Sylvia was outside the goddamn house because the doors was locked. But Sylvia managed to get out of locked doors and lock the doors behind her even though she didn't have a key for the fucking house. So they take Sylvia back and they asking Sylvia 1,000 questions like, what happened? How did you get out? How did you get out the house and lock the door? And she just like, I don't remember walking out of the house. I don't remember locking the door. I don't remember doing any of that. And they go back to the little rental place and they tell the lady what happened to them. And the lady was like, and what do you guys want me to do? You know what I'm saying? She like, you can go look at that cabin. She like, know that we didn't destroy that cabin like that. We didn't tear that cabin up. All that shit that's blown around, all that glass and everything, we didn't do none of that shit. We ain't do none of it. So don't try to put that shit on my credit card. We ain't do that shit. And I want you to come look at this cabin because we came and complained last night to the lady that was on call last night with the damn security guard. So I want you to come look. So the lady gets up and she come down there with them to look at the fucking cabin. They go inside the cabin. Cabin don't even look like they been in the cabin. No wine bottles, no glass, nothing. I'm talking about Kelly said that shit was down to the point that when they went in the bathroom, all the toilet tissue was still had the little triangle pointed in that they do for you when you come. Like nobody even used the damn bathroom in that. Like, what the fuck? Like, and the lady's like, what damages are you talking about? And she like, y'all, please tell the lady what happened last night. And they are telling the lady what happened last night. And the lady's just like, I'm sorry, I don't see any of that. I don't see proof of any of that. So she was like, you know what? Call the lady from last night. Call the lady that was on the night shift. Because the lady that was on the night shift knows that we called about the shit that was going on here. And the lady looks at her and say, what lady on the night shift? The lady on the night shift. Because when shit first started happening, we came up to the front and talked to the lady at the night shift and the security guards. And they came and checked and said they didn't see shit. The lady looks at her. She looks at Kelly. She said, you sure? Kelly said, yes, I'm sure. She said, the same building that you just walked in and talked to me is the same building you went in last night and you spoke to a lady and some security guards about coming down here. And she like, yes, that's exactly what the fuck happened. I came here last night. Me and my friends came to the damn office last night, told the bitch what was going on. She laughed about the shit. Her and her two little fucking friends went down there and said, we had lost our fucking mind. We were drunk as shit. None of that happened. So the lady just backs up and she looks at Kelly. And she can clearly see in Kelly's eyes that Kelly's serious as shit. She is not lying. That's exactly what they did. And Kelly started looking at the lady when she was backing up. She like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why? What was wrong with you? And the lady was like, we ain't open at night. What you mean y'all ain't open at night? The lady said, we close our office at 5 and we don't open that shit till 8 in the morning. Don't nobody work no night shift here. Bitch, let me tell you something. I came here. I talked to the goddamn lady and the two security guards that was here. So the lady was like, can you describe the lady that, that you say you spoke with? She was like, yeah, she was a heavyset white lady. She had curly hair. It was like dirty blonde. And the lady just like looking at her ass. And she's like, and you said she had two security guards? Are you sure? She like, yes, it was one white security guard, one black security guard. The white security guard had like a bald head. The black security guard had like a fade. He kind of cute, but he had like a little fade. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how she talking to the lady. And the lady like, that's impossible because we're not open after 5 p.m. every day. We're not open. So it's impossible that you came and talked to somebody in our fucking office last night. No, lady, no. You're not finna play these fucking games because your friend was playing these goddamn games last night. I'm not finna play these games with you today. It's a brand new day. I ain't even had breakfast this morning. I ain't got time for this shit. Can we just get a refund? So the lady looked at her and she was like, yes, you can get a refund. And Kelly like, damn, she didn't give me no argument. She ain't say shit. Last bitch was talking all that shit. She wouldn't even. So the lady was like, yes, I do apologize for everything that went on. Like, instantly the lady whole demeanor changed. I'm sorry. I apologize for everything that happened. Just come on back to the office. I go ahead and process everything. It'll take 7 to 10 business days, depending on how your bank work. Like, the lady is trying to hurry up and get this shit done. Like, okay, let's go. So they go on to the goddamn, to the little place for her to get her refund. And her friend who was just sitting there, the one that was on the fuck out and couldn't remember shit, she's sitting in the office with Kelly. Everybody else is in the car. So her friend is just sitting here. It's like she is trying to put this shit together. She is so trying. Like, how the fuck did I get out the house? Like, she is really trying to put this shit together when Kelly is signing the paperwork and she hears. So she looked back and she like, Sylvia, you good? You okay? She like, bitch, come here. So the lady like, is your friend okay? Yeah, she's fine. Where else I need to sign? She's like, bitch, come here. So Kelly like, can you wait? No, bitch, bring your ass here. Come here. Kelly like, hold on one second. And lady like, is everything okay? You don't want the refund no more? She's like, yes, I want the refund. Just hold on one second, because my friend, she bitch is a little wacky. Ever since last night, she been a little thrown off. Let me check on her. So she like, what the fuck do you want? Like, god damn, I'm trying to get my money back. Bitch, they didn't want to get my money last night. Now they trying to get my money. Bitch, you fucking up everything. Like, what are you doing? What do you want? And she like, bitch, shut the fuck up and just look up. Look up at what, bitch? What am I supposed to be looking at? She like, bitch, shut the fuck up and just look up directly in front of you. Just look up. So Kelly like, why the fuck are we talking to each other like this? And she like, look, just look the fuck up. And the lady look over, she like, everything okay? Yeah, we're fine. She like, just look up. Kelly looks up. And there's a picture of these 3 individuals that Kelly says she saw and talked to at that fucking office last night. So she looked down at her homegirl. Her homegirl like, bitch, they playing you out. Bitch, playing you. She know them motherfuckers. She know them people. She know them fucking people. Don't nobody work here last night. And bitch, no. So Sylvia's on that shit. She like, she know, girl. So she go back over there. She like, yeah, everything is fine. What else do I need to sign? And like, you just got this one other paper to sign. And she was like, oh, okay. But I just wanted to ask you a question. She like, so I've noticed a picture on the wall back there. Who are those people? And the lady was like, what pictures? A lot of pictures back there. What are you talking about? And she was like, oh, this bitch want to be funny. I'm talking about the motherfuckers on the picture that I came and spoke with last night that your ass told me didn't even fucking work here. Since we been smart at the goddamn mouth this morning, who the fuck, where the fuck are those people? Because that's who I talked to. And the lady was like, did you read the paper where you seen the picture at? And she's like, oh, this bitch want to be funny. Whoo. Sylvia, she looked back at Sylvia like, bitch, I wouldn't even be taking all that shit. She won't smoke. She like, lady, I just asked you a simple question. Can you just tell me who the people with? Lady like, can you just go ahead and sign this paper right here real quick, please? So, Kelly, go ahead and sign the paper. Here you go. Now, can you tell me who the people is? And lady was like, no, can you please just go ahead and leave? Bitch, I just asked, can you just tell me who the fuck these people is? No, ma'am, can you please just leave the office before I call the police? The audacity of this bitch. Okay, you know what? I don't even feel like going to jail this morning. I'm gonna let you have it. Just know that I won't do business with your company again. I'm gonna go on Yelp and every other place I can fucking possibly go for a review and let everybody know not to come here and deal with y'all because y'all are flugazy as fuck. And she walks over to Sylvia and she like, let's go. Let's fucking go. Because the bitch talking all that dumb shit. And Sylvia turned around, she looked back at the picture and Kelly like, let's go, bitch. And Kelly get ready to push the door open and Sylvia grabs her arm like, bitch, freeze. She like, let's go. She like, bitch, come here. She pulling her like, come here. Come here, bitch, come here. And Kelly like, what? She like, look at the picture. Look at the picture. So they both look at the picture. And the picture basically says, in loving memory of these three individuals who were killed on their way to work in a car accident. So apparently they carpooled one morning and nobody made it to work. So the picture had in the bottom of it, in loving memory of that person, and that person. And Kelly is looking at this fucking paper like, is that shit real? Sylvia like, bitch, she didn't just come over here and put this up. It got to be real. Like, girl, like, Kelly just sat down like, is this shit for real? So Sylvia gets up like, bitch, I'll be back. She goes outside, she gotta go get the tea. Bitch, come here, y'all gotta come see this shit. Y'all come look. So everybody get out the car like, what the fuck? She's like, bitch, come look at this shit. They all come in and Kelly is standing in front of the picture. She like, y'all remember that bitch told us that the people we talked to last night, we didn't even fucking talk to them because they didn't work here. And everybody was like, yeah. She was like, but y'all know that bitch was lying, right? And everybody like, yeah, bitch, because we talked to them too. She like, look at this bullshit. And she slides over and everybody looks at the picture. And they like, that's the motherfucker right there. Like, what the fuck these people at? And Kelly like, read the bottom of it. And he's like, so what the picture saying all them folk dead? And Kelly like, yeah, all of them are dead. And her whole girl like, nah, bro, we just talked to these folk last night. And Kelly like, think about that shit. That lady just told us they don't work here. And they ain't open after 5 o'clock. So how could we here talk to somebody at fucking 11, 12, 1 o'clock if they ain't open after 5? Put the shit together and it was like, so the motherfuckers we talked to last night were dead. That what that paper say. Like, get the fuck out of here, bitch. Are you for real? Like, you see the paper? Do it look like a bitch with the Kikos just to fuck with y'all? Do it look like I printed this shit out and put it up here before y'all came in? Like, no, bitch, this is real. This is real. And our homegirls was like, bro, did we really talk to that fuck? Bro, that's why they went. And then it's like everybody just started talking about the shit. And when they started talking about the shit, the lady comes back up and she like, can y'all please leave my office? And then that's when her homegirls is like, nah, bitch, these are the motherfucking people we talked to. And the lady's like, please leave my office. Can you please just, Get out before I call the police. And Kelly like, y'all come on, let's go. And then one of her, Sylvia was like, my life was in danger. Basically, my fucking life was in danger last night. And you want to sit here and threaten us with the police? This is bullshit. And the lady like pushed them out of the door. She walked up on them and pushed them out of the door and let the door close. And she looked them square off in the face and she said, look, I'm sorry for what happened to you guys. I'm not allowed to talk about none of the shit y'all are talking about right now. I wasn't even supposed to give you the refund, but I know how bad we felt after you got that cabin and all that shit happened. And then you tell us that this shit happened and you seen it, but like, we ain't allowed to talk about that type of shit. We ain't allowed to talk about it at all. So please just leave because everything that's going on inside this store is recorded. Please, y'all, just leave. And Kelly was like, this some crazy shit. Like, are you serious? And the lady was just standing there, her eye big as shit. Like, I wasn't even supposed to give you a refund, lady. Like, can you just take your goddamn money and go before I get in trouble? I'm not supposed to be talking about any of this. And Kelly was looking at her ass, and all the other girls was looking at her, and they were just like, okay, we'll leave. We'll leave. And Sylvia was looking at her ass, and she was like, but we seen them people, right? We talked to them people, right? And the lady was just like, y'all ain't the first people to say that y'all have seen these people, but I'm not allowed to talk about that or confirm. Like, she did not want the cameras to see her mouth moving. This shit is like real hush hush. She like, y'all are not the first people to come up here and say that. So I believe y'all. I know it's real. I've seen some shit myself, but I'm not allowed to talk about any of that. So can you guys just please leave before I lose my job? And Kelly was like, let go, y'all. She did pretty much let her know we weren't losing our fucking mind. She said she done saw that shit. Other people done complained about that shit. Let's just get in the car and go. We don't want this lady to lose her job. And, they got in the car and the lady opened up the goddamn door to go back in the office. And she like, hey, don't you guys ever come back here or I'm calling the cops. And she walked on in the building. And she turned around to face the door to lock her door. And she winked. Locked the door. She went on into the fucking building. Kelly done pulled the fuck off. Talking about what the fuck. So, that was Kelly's experience. Yeah, that's Kelly and her friends' experience. Kelly said after that experience, she went home. She started Googling information about Lake Lanier, about the cabins at Lake Lanier, about hotels around Lake Lanier, and she was floored. She said she couldn't believe she had been living here all that time and never knew like the true story or the true history behind it. So now she is like pretty much a fucking a Lake Lanier paranormal investigator. She investigates everything paranormal at Lake Lanier. That experience pushed her in that direction. She said that was her first time ever seeing a full body ghost, apparition, whatever you want to call them. She said that was her first time ever going through some shit like that ever before in life. And it made her more interested and curious about it. So she is now a paranormal investigator, and she majority of the time investigates shit at Lake Lanier. So Kelly said it was scary as fuck, but after she sat down and thought about it and, Googled all this information and found out what really happened there, she just felt like it was her calling. She felt like it was her calling to help the lost souls at Lake Lanier, and that's what she does today. She is a paranormal investigator for the Lake Lanier area. So I hope y'all like Kelly's story, because that's what pushed her into that shit. And hey, yeah. Oh, they all stayed friends. Sylvia sometimes comes down and help her with investigations at Lake Lanier, but they said she seemed pretty fine. After they got the refund, the rest of their trip went off without a hitch. Everybody ended up staying at Kelly's house. So Kelly just made room for everybody and kept them there that weekend. And she said they're all still good friends. She said, but their ladies trip does not include Atlanta anymore. She said their ladies trip now takes place in a different state. So, and she also do research on the places she go now because she's a paranormal investigator. It's just a habit for her to Google where they're gonna stay to see if anything paranormal or supernatural goes down there. So she said a girl trip still happens. It just don't happen at Lake Lanier because she's found more than she bargained for at Lake Lanier. She's been investigating Lake Lanier about 2.5 years, and she says the stories are to be believed. She said it's no joke. The stories are to be believed. So, no, Tanika, don't let Lake Lanier persuade you from coming to Atlanta. Now, Atlanta's cool. You just don't go to Lake Lanier. But they all stayed friends. They all still keep in touch with each other. And out of all of the friends, Sylvia is the only one that will come out and actually do like paranormal investigations with her at Lake Lanier. And she's the only one that she's the only one that I guess connects really well when they go out there to investigate. She, I guess, picks up a lot. Kelly says she has the Oculus. If you watch these paranormal shows, then you know that Oculus is that little box that spits out words. You know what I'm saying? When you ask questions, it spits out different words and shit. And she says for some reason that when Sylvia comes to do investigations with her and she has that box, for some reason the spirits talk to Sylvia. They throw out, direct answers to Sylvia's questions. So she'll come and help her investigate sometime. But all the other girls are like, fuck that, I'm not investigating. But Sylvia's the only one that's down. And they're all still good friends and will continue to be good friends. Uh, no, Sylvia still to this day does not remember what happened in that block. In that block of time, she still doesn't remember how she got up. And yeah, it's a spirit box. Okay, yeah, so the spirit box. She still don't know how she got out of the house. She still don't know how she ended up walking down the street. She can't remember any of that. She said every time she tries to remember what happened, she get like this really bad migraine and she just stops trying. So she don't know what happened or where that block of time went or how she got out of the house. She just said every time she try to remember is that shit. Every time she sit down and try to recall what happens, it give her a really bad migraine. And she said sometimes the migraines be so bad to the point it make her nose bleed. So she just stops trying to figure it out. I don't know, but I guess it was something she ain't meant to remember because every time she tried, she said it's painful trying to remember. So she just left it alone and was just like, thank you, Teresa. Here y'all go, this next story, please. Yeah, that is crazy. I'll go ahead and give y'all another story. Y'all made me sick. Brief intermission though. Bathroom breaks for anybody that gotta go to the bathroom, fill up their drink cans again, all that shit. We give you time to do it. Got a little break. I'll give y'all one more little story that was told by Kelly. That was told to me by Kelly on one of her investigations when she went out there. So I'll go ahead and give y'all that. Right, Sylvia ain't been Sylvia since she went to the fucking bathroom. Say how you miss it, girl. You know what? I be thinking that too, like with hypnotherapy work, but I feel like if she try, it's a reason she can't remember. It's a reason it's so painful every time she tries to remember to the fact they make her nose bleed. So I feel like if she tried hypnotherapy or some shit like that, it may really fuck her head up or something. It might really snap her into some shit she can't get out of. Zai, your sister looking for you. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate all my family members and all my fans and relatives. I love all y'all. Your sister looking for you. So yeah, I'm giving everybody a brief intermission. Right, Shay, you normally be on top of it. You know what that means. You got to hit my live. You got to rewatch the live to catch the first story. You are so welcome, Keisha. Do they have a YouTube? If so, ask if we can have their name. Okay, so I will ask Kelly it's if it's okay if I give y'all her information, you know, her information, but I'm not sure if she's gonna give it to me or not, considering how much information I just gave y'all that wasn't supposed to be out there. And then it's like, oh well, those are the people that need. Right. Okay, Shay. Now I was late too, but you got here though. Better late than never. And at least you can rewatch my lives. Boy, YouTube came up with some shit when they did that. Cause you can record your lives on TikTok, you can't post them though. This shit here, best thing since sliced bread, boy. Best thing since they put potatoes in a bag. Yeah. So okay. So with Kelly, Kelly said with that investigation, she said she's done numerous investigations since she started, but she noticed when it comes to Late Lanier, you have to be like really, really careful. She said you have to be really, really careful. She said because, well, I'm gonna tell you the story. Yeah, yeah. So if y'all ready for the next story, like the live, thumbs up in the chat. Y'all know how I go.
I still can't feel my glasses on. What again?
You got to get used to the glasses. Touch. You only had them for like 3 days, and you only wore them a day and a half.
When I wear my glasses, my eyes keep unfocusing and it makes me stutter for some reason.
It makes you stutter because your eyes are
No, it's
unfocusing.
like if I'm reading something and my eyes are focusing like Mary hat.
Okay, well you just gonna have to get comfortable with them. You have to start reading them with the glasses on more often, babe. I'm sorry. Okay.
Every subject is my weak point though.
Oh my goodness, you are the most negative fucking child I ever had in my life.
You are being over dramatic.
You are so negative. Like no matter what somebody say, you're beautiful. No, I'm not. Your hair is cute. No, it ain't.
I look at the
Like
positive
god
in everything.
damn.
I look at the
So
positive in
negative.
everything.
Jeez.
I look at the positive in everything.
Goodness. Girl, I'm gonna watch D-Ray tonight. I'm gonna watch my D-Ray comedy show just because of that shit right there.
What?
All right, so like y'all guys are ready for the second story? Okay.
I'm not even.
Yeah, Shay gonna be here next time, y'all. Shay normally be on top of it. She normally be like present when I do attendance. She was late today.
I
Okay.
just live and someone said, "Dang, I'm late as SH."
So I was late too, so I can't talk shit. Yeah, shut up. So okay, so yes, I'm telling y'all one of Kelly's stories of one of her investigations that she did. So Kelly says when it comes down to doing an investigation at Lake Lanier, you got to be really, really careful. She says a lot of souls, a lot of spirits out there, and anybody could show up. You know what I'm saying? So she says she went out there one time with her spirit box, and you know words was popping out, names was popping out. She took down the names of some of the people that was standing out to her, and some of these people she was able to locate, and you know did like trace their history back to Oscarville, like down to the fucking front door of their house in Oscarville. So she knew it was a lot of souls out there, and her Oculus basically couldn't handle, well, her spirit box couldn't handle all of the people that were talking and all the spirits that were trying to communicate with her. So she decided that she was gonna bring, she said she was gonna go back out there, and she decided to take her spirit box again, but she also took a medium with her as well as a Ouija board. Y'all know this story finna get crazy. Just because I said Ouija board, you know the story finna get real fucked up. So this is the story that makes Kelly say you have to be really careful when you go out there doing shit like that. You have to go with somebody that knows what they are doing when you go out there. It's not something to be fucked around with. Basically, that's what she said. You go out there fucking around. She said you can't be possessed. She said your body can be taken over by another fucking spirit. All this stuff can happen if you go out there on some bullshit. So by her going out there with the medium friend that she knows and taking a spirit box and the Ouija board out there, She felt like, she would be good. She said she got out there. She had a couple protection, things of protection that she do over herself to keep herself from being taken over by spirits. And, the medium do whatever she does to protect herself from being taken over by anything. But Kelly said on this particular night, they went out there and they took the Ouija board and the spirit box and the medium. And they went out there. And she said when they first got out there, she said she turned the spirit box on at the car. And she said when she turned it on at the car, it started talking. Like words was just flying out of this goddamn spirit box. And she was like, it was so much that they didn't really have time to get down by the lake. And shit was just coming out. Murder. She like words like murder, murder. She said she kept hearing murder to come out. She kept hearing death to come out. She heard my baby a couple times. What is you doing?
But Alexis.
Girl, I'm finna go to bed. Why are you trying to do my lashes? And I'm finna go to bed.
You can take them off.
Can I do it in the morning? Can we do it in the morning?
Morning.
You can do it in the morning. You can do it in the morning when I get up. When I get up.
Yeah, I just got up.
When I get up and I come from online church, then you can put my lashes on. Pick a promise.
Okay, well, am I do your edges tonight?
No, you can do my edges in the morning too. Pick a promise. Okay.
You don't have no candy or snack?
I don't. Your dad is the candy junkie, not me.
I didn't get no juice. Cause it was on a little bit in there.
All you had to do is ask your dad.
It was on a little bit in there. And then you be
He may
thirsty.
have a replacement. He bought another drink when he came in. That's a blue drink in there too.
Ooh, no.
Yes, it is. So can you go on? Cause you are. Girl, we watched we watched movies together this morning. We watched the A-List this morning.
You didn't finish it. And I finished.
Okay. Well, you'll be able to tell me about it. But right now, let me finish up my story time. Okay.
Are you sure you got no snack?
I ain't got no damn snacks. Cookie Monster, go on now.
Put this on now.
Yeah, she be wanting me to be. Okay.
You didn't even put it on.
I did have it on.
Just say when I woke up. Don't try to.
No, it ain't.
I said when I woke up, I said, you ain't never picked it up.
Can't you put it back on, please? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry that my daughter is rudely interrupting my damn time. And she clearly be on my YouTube and see I'm doing live before she come around here and fuck with me. So she know I be talking to the fam when she come around here doing that little bullshit. Haters won't let me be great. Not on TikTok, not here, not in my damn house. Okay, so where was I? Yes, okay. So she said when they got out of the car, of course, words was flying out of this damn spirit box. She heard my baby, murder. Nah, we good. Pay attention, look good. She just wanna put on damn lashes on me. I'm finna go to bed. Yeah, she want attention, but she know she's supposed to be isolated because she got COVID. She ain't supposed to be around us, but it's like, now we were trying to be all in her face. She be like, oh my God, get out. But we won't fuck with her. What you doing? I want to do your last shit. Anyway. So they goes out there and she says, when they get out there, of course, the spirit box is spitting out words like murder, death, stuff like that. She said they got closer to the lake. She said the medium started to feel dizzy. So the lady was like, kind of stumbling. So she said she asked the lady, was she okay? And did she want to, go on, or did she want to turn around? The lady was like, I'm okay. I'm just being, she said so many spirits are coming through me that it's like overwhelming. So, they go on down there to the lake. This is before they even break out the fucking Ouija board, y'all. She already going through this shit before they even break out the Ouija board. So they get down there towards the lake. Kelly sits down the spirit box and she sits down the Ouija board. The medium is like, I'm okay, let's get this done. They sit down and they touch the planchette, and time they touch the planchette, this shit goes bananas. It's just like all over the place. Like, me either. But she said when they put their hands on the planchette, it just started going all over the place. She couldn't even spell out what the fuck it was saying because it was moving so fast. Like this shit doing whole paragraphs, and she couldn't figure out what it was saying. So she said she started saying like, slow down. I can't understand you, slow down. And her and the medium is just moving all over this goddamn board. And then all of a sudden the medium falls backwards, like she's pushed backwards, and she hits the ground. When she hits the ground, she starts to talk. And she is just like talking. she saying, Kelly said she was saying names, but she was saying them so fast, it was as if she memorized over a million fucking names. She was just screaming out names, like back to back. Like John and Mika just going, they were just coming out. And she said they was just flying out of her fucking mouth as if she was calling out relatives or something. She like, but the lady was just, her mouth was moving so fast and she was calling out all these goddamn names. And that's when Kelly put her hand back on the board and she said, can you please stop? And the lady stopped talking. And then she asked, is there anybody that want to speak to me? And the board went to yes. And she said, who wants to speak to me? And then the lady started talking again and she started screaming out all these damn names again. And it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She is just screaming out names. And Kelly is just like, stop. Can you please stop? And then the lady stopped again. And she heard one of the names that came out of the lady's mouth. And she was like, okay, so may I speak to Bobby Johnson? And the medium lady like set up in Indian style, and she looked at Kelly ass, and Kelly still had her hand on the board, and she was like, "Are you Bobby Johnson?" And the medium said, "Yes, I am." So Kelly was like, "Okay, how did you die?" And the medium said, "I was murdered." Okay, so Kelly asked the medium, well, she asked the question to the board, and she was like, who killed you? And the lady said, a bunch of people. And Kelly asked, did you know the people? And the medium said, no, I didn't know the people. And Kelly was like, is there anything that you would like to tell me? And the medium said, please tell my mama I love her. So Kelly said, who's your mom? And he told her his mom's name. So Kelly said, I'm sorry for whatever happened to you. I will tell your mom what you said. And then the medium falls back and she slams on the fucking ground. Boom. And she's screaming out all these damn names again. And it's just going and going and going. And Kelly was just like, can you please stop? And then the medium shuts up again. And she pulls out another name that she heard come out the medium mouth. And she asked for Betty. She was like, may I speak with Betty, please? And the medium sits back up. And she like, are you Betty? She said the lady name was, I think she said the lady name was Betty Holiday or Holloway. Last name started with an H, but she was like, are you Betty? And the medium, she said the medium said, yes, I am. She said, but her voice sounded old. You know what I'm saying? Like an old person's voice. She like, this clearly ain't the medium's voice. This is like an old person's voice. And she asked her, was she Betty? And the voice said, yes, I am. And she said, Betty, how did you die? Betty said the same thing. I was murdered. She said, did you know the people that murdered you? Betty said, no, I didn't. She said, is there anything that you would like to tell me? And she said, yes. So she asked Betty, what is it you would like to tell me? Betty said, tell my family I love them. She says, is there anything else you would like to say? And the medium slams back onto the ground and she starts to spit out these fucking names again. And she's just going and going and going with these fucking names. So Kelly thought to herself, if Bobby Johnson died, maybe his mom maybe dead too. So she decided to call out his mom's name, even though it wasn't one of the names that was coming out of this medium's mouth. She decided to ask for his mom's name. And the medium sat her ass right up. And she asked her, was she that person? And the medium said, yes, I am. And she asked her, do you have a son by the name of Bobby Johnson? And the medium said, yes, I do. I've been looking for my baby. Have you seen my baby? And Kelly said, I have. I saw your baby, and your baby is looking for you too. And he wants you to know that he loves you very much. And she said the medium just started crying. And the medium started saying, oh, my Willie, I miss my Willie so much. And she was like, Kelly said she told the medium, well, Willie's out there with you. He's with you. You just got to find him. He's not in this world with us anymore. He's in the world where you are. And she said the medium just stopped crying and looked at her. And she said, Willie's here? And she told her, she said, yeah, Willie's no longer alive. And she told her, you are no longer alive. and you and Willie are in the same place. You just gotta find Willie. And the medium was like, oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I'ma find him. I'ma find him. And then she goes back out and this bitch start to blurts out names again. But at that time, Kelly was like, it was getting real late, and this medium wasn't slowing down on these fucking names. She would have been out there months had she spoke to everybody that this lady was blowing out her damn mouth. So she said she decided to go back around the spirit board. She grabbed the planchette and rolled it around the spirit board, and then she went to goodbye. And she said when she went to goodbye, the medium stopped talking. She didn't spit out no more names. So Kelly got up and went over there and shook her, and the lady, opened her eyes, and she sat up and she looked at Kelly, and she was like, did you speak to who you needed to speak to? And Kelly was like, yeah, I spoke to everybody that I think I could speak to. And she was like, it's more people that want to speak to you, right? And Kelly was like, yeah, but I don't have the time for that tonight. So, she helped the lady up. The lady said she was exhausted. She like when spirits come into her and speak through her like that, it takes a draining on her life force, and it drains her, and it makes her exhausted and tired. And, the lady said sometimes she sleep for days after doing shit like that with letting these spirits in to talk through her. She like sometimes it drains her so much that she be sleep for days on end sometimes just to get her energy back. So Kelly said the way that these spirits was flying, the way that the words was flying out of that lady's mouth, she said, if you're not careful and you go out there playing around with that shit, you can be possessed. The medium, I guess she's done this shit several times before, so she knew, what to do and how to cut this shit off and how not to let them take over her body. But she said anybody going out there bullshitting around, playing around, taking anything out there, Luigi boys out there playing on your own, she said your ass can be possessed. Not will, not possibly, not maybe. Your ass can be possessed, and your ass can bring something back home with you. Shit can attach to your ass and come back home with you. She says she recommends if anybody go out to Lake Lanier and they're not planning on getting water and shit like that, she recommends like a prayer of protection over yourself before even stepping on Lake Lanier's grounds, because she said that shit is like it's a sea of souls out there. She said it's so many fucking souls out there. So she like anything can attach to you. You go out there playing around with that shit, thinking you finna call the spirits and see what happened and all that crazy shit. She like, yeah, your ass can take something home with you, and you never know what you're really taking home with you. She said because even though they may have started out as lost souls or spirits, from human people, the anger and the anguish of what they went through and how they got to that position could have made them something evil, you know what I'm saying, to where their rage has them so malicious and want to hurt people because it happened to them. She like, and that shit will attach on to you and it can physically hurt you. So she's like, I don't suggest anybody go out there bullshitting around with it. I know people go out there to that water park. She like, but I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying a prayer before you go on that ground. She said, because that shit is not a joke. It is so for real. So know that it is tons of fucking spirits out there. Like tons. She like it's more spirits than it is water out there. That's how she put it. It's more spirits than it is water out there. She said when they got out there, the medium was saying it's so many people. Like she could see it was tons of fucking people out there. And all these people are trying to get into her to say what they got to say. Let my loved one know this. Let my loved one know that. Half the people that Kelly was talking to had no idea they had passed on. Had no idea. Had no idea how long it had been since they passed on. You are a spirit from like 1940, and here you is like, I want to tell my mama I love her, and you don't even know your mama's already on the other side where you is. Like that much time done went by. It's like they don't even have a recollection of time at all. So she's like, if you're gonna go out there, don't go out there on no bullshit. Don't go out there playing around with the spirits. Don't answer motherfuckers that you ain't sure called you. You know what I'm saying? Because all that shit can open doors for things. So, Her and her little medium friend go out there every now and again, but she said the lady don't like to go out there too tough because so many spirits do hit her and it drains her so bad. She be so tired and her body ache afterwards and stuff. Because according to Kelly, when this lady allows these spirits in to talk through her, whatever they died from, this medium can feel it. So if I was bashed in the head with a rock and I died and she allowed me to talk through her, she's gonna have like a splitting fucking headache. Wherever that shit happened to me, she's gonna endure that pain while I'm inside her saying what I got to say. So that lady takes on all that shit when she goes out there just to try to help these souls cross over or go where they need to go or get their last message out. She endures whatever pain they went through for the time being while they're inside of her. So if you were shot in the heart and you died from that shit in Oscarville, you know what I'm saying, and they come inside her to start talking and telling their story, she is going to feel excruciating pain in her heart area until this person finish saying what they got to say and get the fuck out of her body. And then she's back to normal. So her and the lady don't go out there, oh Lord, not your husband want to go. No. The dog shot somebody at Walmart. Y'all ain't allowed to go. Y'all got to go to court. So, yeah, don't just go out there bullshitting around with it. Her and that lady don't go out there too often because, like I said, the lady takes on all the pain, all the anguish, everything. And some of them folks out there was tortured before being killed, and she knows it. The medium knows it because she feels it in her body while they are telling a story to Kelly and what happened to them. She can feel this shit all through her body. If they was beat and whipped across their back, that lady will be laying on her stomach crying, but she is getting this shit out. Like, she is letting this spirit speak through her, even though she's in so much pain. It's got her in tears. She's still getting this shit out so she won't have to keep, you know what I'm saying, dealing with the pain of this spirit needing to get what it need to say out. So Kelly just said, she suggests if anybody go to Lake Lanier, ain't nothing wrong with saying a prayer before you go. Um, yeah, so basically, yeah, that's basically what she's saying. Like, she can't do it. It's too much. It takes too much out of her, and it takes too much off of her just to help these spirits because they went through so much. These ain't regular deaths. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no, oh, I fell asleep and I didn't wake up. No, these ain't regular deaths. These are beatings. These are murders. These are torture to death. These are starving to death. Like, she got to feel all that shit when she tell these stories. And you like, if your child was starved to death in Oscarville because they was captured and, took hostage or whatever, and that child wanted to come through you and tell their story, you are going to feel so fucking hungry. Like, your ribs are going to hurt. Like, everything is going to hurt because you're feeling like you're starving just trying to get her story out. And when she finally says everything she needs to say, then she leaves your body, you no longer feel that pain no more. So Kelly says she wants to get out there and try to speak to more spirits all the time, but it just takes too much out of the young lady to do it with her. So she says she probably go out there and talk to the spirits like once, maybe twice a month, depending on how the young lady feels, that the medium that she deals with feels. So, yeah. So I just suggest, yeah, they knew. Yeah, they knew they were slaves. She can feel it. She can feel all that shit. So she knows too. So yeah, that's don't play when you go out there. Don't bullshit around when you go out there. Everything that look good ain't good for you, you know what I'm saying? So just be careful. According to Kelly, be very fucking careful. If you're somebody that's sensitive to the paranormal, you know what I'm saying, any type of abilities like that, hearing spirits, seeing spirits, she highly recommends your ass get a protection placed on you before you go, because you are open to those type of things, and it may be easier for these type of shits to attach to you or possess you or even follow your ass home. So, and it's not like they purposely do it. She said a lot of the spirits out there are just angry. So it's not like they purposely trying to harm you. They just pissed the fuck off, and that's how it's coming out. So, yeah. So those are y'all 2 for 1 tonight. Y'all got 2 for 1 tonight. I'm so sorry I was late. But I bet you I'll be on time next time. Long as Bam don't try to run away from home again to get him some foreign ass. So yeah, long as he don't pull none of the moves, I'll definitely be on time the next time. Yeah, so those are y'all 2 stories for tonight. I will be doing my next YouTube story time on Monday at 8 p.m. So I'll see you guys over here Monday at 8 p.m. Um, Probably not even gonna post this story on TikTok. I don't even think I'm gonna give TikTok any more love. I think it's just gonna be over here. It's gonna be 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm gonna be on time. As long as y'all badass fur baby don't run off, I'll be on time. So yeah, I normally start at 8 p.m. So that's what time I'll be on. But thank you guys for tuning in and listening to the story. And if you missed the first part of the story, you can rewatch my live, so you can go ahead and watch that now. Thank you guys for joining and watching. I love you guys. Stay safe. And don't beat nobody ass, okay? We ain't got time for jail. Not during the pandemic. I love you guys. Mwah. Have a good night.